Hey there, Tiffany Thomas with wealthytiffany.com, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about overcoming the biggest fear about real estate investing. And before we dive in, if you guys are ready to fast track your financial freedom, click the link below this video in the description and I can help you do that. All right, so let's talk about overcoming the number one fear of real estate investing. So when I tell people that I invest in real estate properties, one of the things they bring up very first is, oh man, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm too afraid something would go wrong at the property. I would be afraid of getting calls at midnight or 2 a.m. that the toilet's running or the shower's broken or whatever, just something that's going wrong at the property. And while it's a valid concern, we can totally overcome this fear. And this is how you do it. So you guys, I have a strategy in place when I started investing in real estate, and I buy properties that are in good condition. So they aren't brand new properties by any means, but they're definitely not old fixer-upper properties. So they're in pretty good condition, so the maintenance on them is pretty minimal. And that's my strategy, and I just buy and hold the property. So I rent it to someone for a long time, and just collect that cash flow. So that's what I'm looking for, are properties that are already in good condition that I can put renters in immediately. So with that strategy in place, there's not a whole lot that goes wrong at the properties. And there are a few things, don't get me wrong, they're not perfect. But I'm not getting a call every week about something going wrong. And the next step is, once you have your strategy in place, then determine if you want to use a property management company, or if you want to get a handyman, or if you want to do work yourself. And when you get a property management company, you pay them a percentage usually of the rent that you're collecting, and they take care of everything for you. So if there is a flood in the basement at 2 a.m., then they're going to take care of that. The renter will call the property manager, and the property manager will call someone to go over to the property to take care of the problem. The other option, and this is the one that I use, is having a handyman. So there's someone that I work with that knows how to fix a lot of things at my properties. So if I get a text from the renters saying that the toilet's clogged, or there's a leak in the faucet, then I text or call my handyman and say, hey, can you go over to this property and fix XYZ? And he does it, and then I write him a check. So pretty simple to handle. And if you are a handyman yourself, then you can choose to handle these problems yourself. But just know that going in, like when that issue arises, that you're going to go over and fix it. So make sure, you're prepared and have certain tools already that you may need, just so that you're ready for that. And you guys, if you have these strategies in place, it makes it a lot easier and reduces that number one fear of something going wrong with the property, because you already have a plan in place. But once you decide that, then you already know how you're going to handle it when that problem arises. So it makes it a lot easier and reduces that anxiety and fear. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. And just to give you an example, I manage 4 properties. I bought my 4th property just last summer, so almost a year ago, not quite. But I haven't had too many things go wrong at my properties. And when something has gone wrong, they'll usually send me a text, in the morning around like 8 o'clock when they're getting ready for work or something. Or it's when they've gotten home from work around 5 o'clock. I haven't had too big of an issue. A washer stopped working in one of my units, and so I had to get that replaced. But not a huge deal. And a dryer also stopped working, so I had that replaced. And let's see, there was a water leak in one of my properties, so I did go over there immediately to check out how much damage was happening and to try to figure out where the water leak was coming from. And it ended up being a pretty easy fix. It was a property that I just purchased, and so I didn't have a fridge in there yet. The fridge was on its way, and the water line from the fridge started leaking down into the basement, the room right underneath the kitchen. So that was that water leak, and we were able to get that fixed and just patch up the wall a little bit and then repaint part of the wall. So it wasn't too bad. So those are the kinds of issues that have come up in my properties, just to give you some sort of an idea and help you, kind of minimize that fear, because real estate is such a great investment and it's definitely been well worth it to me. My return on investment has been great, and I would highly recommend investing in real estate if that's something you're interested in, just because you can create that cash flow for yourself and the properties appreciate over time. So you can continue to increase your net worth over time as you hold that property and end up selling it at a later date, if you choose to be a long-term investor like I am. So you guys, if you found this video helpful, please like it and share it with someone else who needs to hear this information. And if you have other ideas that you would like me to create content videos about, then please comment below and tell me what that is. And if you have other questions about this topic, please comment below and put your questions down there so that I can answer them. And if you guys are ready to fast track your financial freedom, click the link below this video in the description and I can help you do that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks!